We are at the Westwood Public Library, and today we're going to do a demonstration on how to make your own in-house Paperwhite plant. So what we're going to start with is a mason jar just like this. I'm going to take the cap off. Narcissus are a beautiful bulb to plant during this time of year. They're also the official flower for December birthdays. The sentiment of the bulb is that it means faith and hope, which is a perfect thing to be planting in your house this year. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with a sand. You can get the sand anywhere, a craft store or even a place like Home Depot or Landscaper. And we're just going to pour about 1 inch of sand into the jar. Now this is going to provide some drainage for the bulb because as you see there's no holes at the bottom. We might want to just add just a little bit more as well. Perfect. Once we have this layer here, we're going to go to our second bag, which is going to be brown gravel. Now if you're at home and you have little kids, you can also change the gravel up to be blue fish rocks or rainbow. You can use your imagination. All we want to do is just make sure that we have a really nice different mix of sediment for the bulb to sit in. So again, we're going to pour about 1/2 inch of gravel, a little bit more. Just create another nice layer. Now you can see that it's very visually appealing and it will make a nice little bed for your bulb. Most narcissus plants look like this, and you might see a little shaving come off, but what you want to do is you want to make sure that you keep some of this brown. It's a nice contrast of color when you build your little narcissus terrarium. And you're going to put it right into the mason jar, and you're just going to gently push it down like this. Next, we're going to take our remaining gravel and pour it right to the side of the bulb. We want to make sure that it's not completely on top of the bulb. Narcissus is actually named after the Greek gods. It was said that there was a man who was so in love with himself that he stared into a pool of water. Eventually, he starved, and the gods took pity on him and called him Narcissus, of course, after being narcissistic. So now we have a beautiful little layer, and we can see a little bit of green is popping up. The last thing we want to do is grab a different color of gravel. Here I have white. Now we're going to pour this again on top, and we're only going to use about 1/4 of an inch. We just want to use enough so that you can see the layer. We also want to remember that we do not want to cover the bulb. We want to let it be popped up above it. So make sure you do not drown it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to gently water it very slightly. You only want to water it enough so that you can see the trickle go down to the vase. Bulbs are very susceptible to rot, so you just want to make sure it's never sitting in any water. Next, we're going to put it in a cool, dark place. We're going to make the bulb think that it's wintertime, and we're going to force the stem to pop. After about 10 days, you can take it out from the cold or a dark place, such as your cellar or basement, and put it near a window that is nicely lit and probably a good temperature of at least 65 to 70 degrees. Soon you'll see a stem pop all the way up and a beautiful white narcissus flower will bloom. If you're having trouble with your blooming flowers, you can always mix a little bit of gin, vodka, or tonic into the water mixture. That will force the bloom to open. And there you have it. You'll have your very own little narcissus bulb plant to enjoy. Hope you had fun.